What's up? What's up? It's Sam Spirit. Hope y'all having a great day. So I want to talk about time because time is not in your favor. Time, you gotta use your time wisely. A lot of people nowadays spend most of their time on technology, which is, I mean, anyone can do whatever they want in their life. I'm not forcing anyone to do anything, but spending too much time on technology is not gonna necessarily help you. And I'm not saying technology is bad because y'all like for myself I still watch Netflix sometimes. I still watch animes and shit, but you gotta understand, if you spend most of your time just doing watching entertainment, um just basically wasting your time, you just basically you basically just taking like time off your life, basically just losing like ages from your life. Because you gotta understand, when you decide to spend time on your computer for doing nothing useful instead of being with yourself, which is good because when you're with yourself you're self-reflecting, which is very important. But when you decide to spend time on technology because of the dopamine, because you gotta understand how dopamine works. When you are basically on a computer, the colors gives you dopamine, like the screen gives you dopamine, everything you see gives you dopamine. And let's say you watch Netflix, there's so many pixels, like that's so much dopamine. But you got to be conscious of that because you don't want to spend your whole day just being on technology and everything. You don't want to spend like your whole life on technology because you're gonna miss out on everything in life. You're not gonna have that spiritual knowledge. You're not gonna have that um mental, like you're not gonna be mentally strong or physically strong. You're just basically gonna always tend to watch entertainment because you want to run away from your problem. And that's another thing, because people that consume too much technology, they get like, they don't face their problem. So they know they have problems to face, but they don't want to face reality because they know that if they consume technology or fast food or anything that gives a lot of dopamine, they know that they will be able to face life in a much easier way. But when all of that is gone, they're gonna realize how much the problem has grown big. Because when you don't face your problem, the problem gets bigger on you. Like the problem just basically gets bigger every day if you don't face it. And you always gotta face reality, and that's something with technology which is like a problem. Because like Ed said, he said the new world order is the technology, because people don't get to spend time with their mind. They don't. And when you don't spend time with your mind, you don't know yourself, you don't love yourself. Because how can you love yourself but you never like spend any time with yourself, you know what I mean? It's like, let's say you want to love someone, but if you don't spend time with that guy, like, or that girl, like how are you gonna love that person? How are you gonna give out that love? You're not. So spending time with yourself. Because back to time, like time, like, you know how you're maybe some people are just 18, 20, or like 30, and they already have that knowledge of like improving and like self-improvement. They already have that knowledge of this, which is like one of the best blessings you ever had in your life. And even you're 60 or 70, like you can still use that, as long as you're not like on the verge of dying or something, like, you know. But y'all can always improve. And time being not in your favor means that also, like, you don't have to put in like 15 hours a day on some, like, on knowledge or on putting that work. But you gotta be consistent, because if you put in 15 hours, let's say for 1 week out, like, it's gonna be harder to put in always 15 hours every day. So you can start slow. You can go like, let's say you want to work on being financially free. You can work 1 hour every day or 30 minutes, then you can up that amount. And that's how you'll get financially free over time if you put in the action afterwards. Because if you're consistent with your actions, every day you learn about the thing that you really want, you're gonna get that thing. And believe in yourself that you're gonna be able of achieving that thing. But time time is very, very important, okay? Because like I said at the beginning, if you spend most of your time doing stuff like being on your computer, watching Netflix, playing video games, like you're basically just wasting your whole time. Like you're basically um like you just basically losing, like I'm not gonna say lose your life, but I'm gonna say like you're just hurting yourself. Because let's say like you spend 40 years of your life and you're on the verge of dying, but all the years that you spent on your life was you being on technology, watching sports, watching TV, watching anything. Like at the end of your life, you're probably gonna look at yourself and be like, I really spent all my time on technology just to be in my comfort zone, while I could have done so many things, so many great things. I could have helped people. I could have done big projects. I could have done things that were going to change the world. I could have done improvement on myself to become strong. Like there's so many things you can do in life. And I'm not saying technology is not a thing you cannot do, because you can make money from technology. You can let's say play video games and make money from that. You can do so much things. You can do YouTube. But when you decide to spend most of your time just doing being on technology because you don't want to face reality and you just want to get that dopamine and that instant gratification, you're gonna realize that you're just not doing the right thing in life. And I'm not saying you shouldn't spend time on technology. You can spend how much time you want. And but you gotta, there's so many things you gotta do in life. Like not you gotta do, but there's so many things that you can do. Like you can do anything in life, but if you decide to spend most of your time on technology, then it's your fault. But yeah, that's it. And I forgot to say this. The reason why I say time is the most important thing is because you cannot get things, like you cannot do things overnight. You cannot achieve things overnight. You gotta be consistent with your actions, like I said. You gotta always be consistent. That's how, like if you wanna build muscle, you gotta be consistent. Let's say you work out 4 times a week, 5 times a week, you gotta be consistent. That's how you build muscle over time. Like at first you're not gonna see much result, but when you're consistent with your actions, you're gonna see a big amount of results after like a big period of time. So you gotta be consistent. And if you want to improve yourself, you want to get that knowledge, you gotta be consistent with the knowledge you're getting every day. You gotta also you're not gonna you cannot like achieve something big overnight, so you gotta always be consistent with your actions. That's why time is the most important thing. By the way, this is the merch. Go check out the merch, the Infinite Creators. I leave the link.